Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly woo. If you can believe it, here we have squirrel again. We've had a tiny break from squirrel, not long though, and this beautiful root of coltsfoot, if you can see that. I'd like to start with coltsfoot. Its main word is presence, and it is an immediate reminder to stay in the present moment so that you can nimbly access any opportunities coming your way or any challenges coming your way. But this root is also incredibly medicinal for our lungs. And it is an expectorant when used to heal bronchitis, asthma, pneumonia, which, how ironic, because as we're dealing with this outbreak, its system that it most attacks is the respiratory system. Coltsfoot asks us to release the grief of the past so that you can be open to the present moment. It says to let go of the past, right? So that you can truly heal. And when we talk about the respiratory system and the power of the breath, breath is life, right? And it is the connector between our physical experience and our spiritual experience. And there are so many modalities. I'm thinking of Wim Hof right now, but there's, Guy Hendricks. There's so many different healers who have created systems of breathing that help us to release the pain of the past. Breath work is so important when it comes to staying in the moment, because without the connection to that life source prana energy, we can't be mindful, right? And coltsfoot is asking us, can you be mindful in everything that you do? So say for me, it's very difficult right now in the circumstances that we're in to have 20 minutes to meditate and be silent and not have interruption. It's impossible, in fact. And what I've had to learn to do is actually create a meditative state in all the tasks that I have to accomplish in my day. Coltsfoot is really reaffirming this for all of us. Now, we got squirrel again. And squirrel is all about gathering the resources we need for the future. But when it comes to the emotional security that we feel in the present moment so that we're not afraid of the future, this reminds us to go back to breath work to stay present. The squirrel says, what do you need to do emotionally and energetically so that you can feel secure and relaxed about the unknown future? Both of these cards say, you don't know what's coming. There's no way to future forecast, especially in the situations that we're in as a society right now. And the only way to truly feel secure and be adept at whatever may come your way is to stay in the present moment. This can become difficult because if you are anxious, if you're having a ton of emotional turmoil in the present moment, this is saying to you that there are things from the past that you must let go of. And a lot of this, when we talk about the lungs, right, in Chinese medicine, in traditional Chinese medicine, the lungs hold guilt, grief, sadness, despair, depression, right, regret. So are those things holding you back from being able to access the peace and calm and security that are truly flowing to us in every present moment? If we can clear out the dross and get to a place of receptivity, that's the truth. That there is this sense of faith, of well-being, of connectivity to infinite source. In every present moment, it's flowing to each and every one of us. We block it through our inability to let go of the past and our fear of our own emotions. So you got it. Everybody gets extended this week because when I saw these, I thought, you know what? Let's go further and look what our crystal is Botswana agate, which its keyword is breathe, which aligns completely with these cards. Because as we are doing our daily tasks, right, can we be mindful of our breath? I don't know about you guys. I realized I hold my breath a lot when I'm fearful, when I'm going into the future forecasting and I get anxious and scared and worrisome. When I go, okay, wait a second, how am I feeling? And I do the body scan, I realize I am holding my breath. So how can the present moment of peace and joy and harmony be flowing in if I am holding, right? If I'm cutting it off, literally and physically. But Vaswana Agate says, find new ways of connecting with the breath, with the source of life that sustains you. And for a lot of us, that can be connecting with nature and Mother Earth and really getting into a sense of connectedness and oneness with our environment. And then we got Yemenya. And this goddess is saying to us this week, there are opportunities coming our way. Golden, beautiful opportunities are coming our way this week. But we will miss them if we are not in the present moment. They will pass us by if we are still regretful and pissed off about the past. And they will pass us by if we're way into the future that we can't possibly see. This reading this week really speaks to me personally, because one thing I have really worked on in my life is stepping back from the need to know what's going to happen, right? As a girl who survived a ton of trauma, to feel secure, I would try to predict the future. How is it going to go? And what are all the pathways that it could go to? But in that miasm of trying to predict, what I lost was truly inhabiting the present moment and being grateful for what I have. And the squirrel says, prepare, don't hoard, right? Prepare for the future in a way where you can enjoy the present moment, right? Where I live, there's lots of earthquakes. Got to make sure I have a kit, make sure I have water, right? And then you let it go because you can't predict an earthquake, right? And it says, yes, everything's starting to open up and we have no idea how that's going to go. And we have no idea if there will be a second wave. But Squirrel says, prepare, right? Listen to the leaders that you trust and prepare for what's coming, even though we can't necessarily see it. And then we get this reaffirmation, these two right here saying, if it gets overwhelming, connect to the body and the breath. You can't go wrong. It will show you over and over again. When I connect to the breath, the first thing I ask myself is, how am I feeling? As I allow the breath in a conscious, mindful way, we are shown, I was shown, I am shown where I'm holding tension, where I'm holding fear and anxiety or anger or despair or sadness. And in that moment, it's like the breath is the awareness. And in that moment, I can release those feelings from my body, from my energetic field. Please watch the energetic body video and you'll understand what I mean. I can release all of that so I can be aligned with the energy of peace and calm that's flowing. And also when we get this golden opportunity, it says, if you can align with the present moment, you are going to have access to the aha moments, the genius ideas, right? Maybe you're going to be the person who invents the next best thing for society and culture. You know, maybe you are the person who's going to have the solutions to some of these knots that we have to unravel as a society. But we won't be able to see it, find it, and claim those great ideas and those downloads of higher information if we are disconnected from our bodies and our breath. So this is the weekly woo and extended all together, you guys. And I just encourage you to really find ways to connect with your breath. There are so many people teaching incredible techniques right now because they're successful. The techniques work. It's a surefire way to connect with your internal highest self to connect with your body, to release the emotions that are holding you back and creating distress, and to feel that sense of not just trust and faith that everything is going to work out for you, but the trust and faith knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way. So thank you so much for viewing, everyone. If you would like a private reading, I do offer them. You can go to the services menu at thegoodwoo.org, or you can email me at thegoodwoo.org. There is a sliding scale, of course, during this time and any other time as well. I look forward to hearing from all of you. Please like and subscribe the video, and please share this with your loved ones and friends who you think have, and let's see if I can get this right again, eyes to see and ears to hear. Bye, everyone. Have a blessed week.